Okay, this is a question by Narendra Chavda. I am very disheartened by the fact that you are not acknowledging my question, which I really want to know. Please give me some historical insights about the Chavda dynasty. Okay, I know that Narendra, you have been asking this question several times, so it's a very good question and it's very relevant to India's history. So, what was the Chowda dynasty? The Chowda dynasty was a Rajput dynasty in ancient Gujarat. So the story goes that around 700 or so, in the 7th and 8th century AD, there was this king called Jay Shekhar Chavda, who is colloquially known as Jay Shikhri Chavda nowadays. So this guy was a king of Gujarat, of some parts of Gujarat, and his kingdom was invaded by a neighboring king, and he was assassinated. And Jay Shikhri Chavda's wife was pregnant at the time. She escaped to the forests of Gujarat. There she gave birth to a boy who was named Vanraj. And this boy Vanraj, to make a very long story short, he grew up in the forest. That is why he was called Vanraj. He learned martial arts and he fought. He was able, because of his leadership capabilities and all that, he was able to bring together an army of the tribal people, the Bhils, and over time he fought a guerrilla war. He waged guerrilla warfare against the king who had usurped his father's kingdom, and eventually he was able to regain his father's kingdom. And Vanraj Chavda went on to become one of the most significant kings in Gujarat history. So he founded the city of Patan, Anilpur Patan, which he named after his advisor Anil. He also founded the city of Champaner, which he named after his general Champa. So if you have seen the movie Lagan, the Bollywood movie Lagan, it is set in the town of Champaner, which was once a great city. And the city of Patan, which Vanraj Chowda founded, went on to become one of the greatest and largest cities in the ancient world. I think it was in the top 10 most populated cities 1,000 years before today. So during the reign of Vanraj Chowda, Gujarat prospered like never before, right? Uh, and it is during the rule of Vanraj Chowda that Gujarat, for the first time, emerged as a distinct socio-cultural entity, and it emerged as a distinct linguistic entity. So at the time, the entire region of Gujarat and Rajasthan was known as Gurjar Desh. It was the same people, the Gurjars, and they spoke the same language, which was Old Gujarati or Gurjari. So during Vanraj Chavda's reign, Gujarat emerged as a separate and distinct cultural entity. It developed its own culture, a distinct culture for the first time. And the Gujarati language was its genesis lies during this time period. So that is why he is one of the most significant kings of Gujarat. You could say, in a sense, he is the father of the distinct state of Gujarat. So that is the story of Vanraj Chavda. Uh, and after Vanraj Chavda, there were other kings of the same dynasty. And the Chavdas were Shaivites. They were a Shaivite dynasty. They worshipped Lord Shiva. So they were the protectors and patrons of the great temple at Somnath. And after Vanraj Chowda died, there were a number of other kings. The last king did not have any children. And the son of his sister, whose name was Mulraj Solanki, usurped the kingdom from the last Chowda king, and he founded the Solanki dynasty, which is also known as the Chalukya dynasty. And Mulraj Solanki went on to become a great king, and the Solankis were a great dynasty, and they were obviously closely related to the Chavdas. Now the question is, what is the origin of the Chowda dynasty? So one school of thought is that they are descended from the great Kshatrapa ruler Nahapana, who was a descendant of the Indo-Scythian invaders who displaced the Indo-Greeks, right? So Nahapana was in power. He ruled around the 2nd or 3rd century CE. And the earliest evidence of Chavdas that I have found myself is in Rajasthan. So the Chavda dynasty was earlier known as the Sri Chapa dynasty, the Sri Chapa dynasty. And the earliest king of this dynasty was in Bhinmal or Bhinmal in Rajasthan. His name was Vyagramukha. And he was the patron of the great scientist and astronomer Brahmagupta. So this king Vyagramukha of the Shri Chapa dynasty was a son or a grandson of a Hunnic invader. So there was this wave of Hunnic invasions in India, the white Huns, the Shweta Hunas, and they were initially repulsed by our emperor Skandagupta, but later they were able to invade successfully and conquer parts of northern India. So the father or the grandson of this king, Vyagramukha, was a white Hun conqueror. So Vyagramukha was a first or second generation migrant into India. And as you can see, he had assimilated into Indian culture and he was promoting Indian arts and Indian sciences. And he was the patron of the great Brahmagupta, who was one of the greatest scientists of India's history. So that is the first evidence that I have found of a Chavda king, Vyagramukha, in Binmal, Rajasthan. If that is the actual origin of the Chavda dynasty, it means that the Chavdas have a little bit of a fleeting bit of Hunnic ancestry. So that is one of the possibilities. And today there is no mention of this dynasty in our textbooks. Even in Gujarat, there is no mention of this dynasty, even though it was so significant. So there is a little bit about this dynasty, and this dynasty, its descendants are still around, as you can see, right? So that's a little bit about the Chavda dynasty. So thank you for this question.